Hey guys, Rick here, back at the layout. Just wanted to do a quick follow-up to one of my other videos where I had reached out and asked some opinions and recommendations on mini cameras. So I did some research and I took your opinions and all your recommendations and suggestions, and I grabbed a couple cameras from Amazon, and I did some testing. So the current camera that I'm filming on belongs to my wife. It is a Nikon Coolpix. I'm not sure of the model, but I'll try and put a picture up if I can figure out how to do that. It's a great camera. It is awesome for taking shots outside. It's obviously awesome for doing video because you can see me and the picture quality is great. My only problem with this camera is it eats through batteries like crazy. If you take a look at my past videos, I think like 2 or 3 of my past videos were done on my cell phone. The rest of them were done on this camera, which is only about maybe 4 or 5 videos, and I think the total length may put me at maybe 30 to 45 minutes if I were to add them all up. And just now, as I was filming the first take, it told me my batteries were dead. So I only got like 45 minutes out of the last few videos from this camera. So that's its only drawback. But other than that, it's a great camera and my wife seems to love it. So I'm only borrowing it. But I can't do what I need to do on this camera, with is reason why I was looking for another one. My whole purpose in this little venture was to find a small camera that I could do some ride-along videos on the layout. You guys have all done them. You know how it works. You put a camera on a flat car, you send it around your train, hook it up to a locomotive, send it around your track, and bada bing, bada boom. At the end of your layout, you've got a nice video of bird's eye view of how your train runs. So I can't do that with this camera. So my wife must have overheard me saying that I wanted a camera, and she went out on Amazon and found one and bought it for me. And I was only told that I was allowed to test it and play with it one time because it's a birthday present. My birthday's coming up in another month. So I wanted to show it to you real quick before I had to box it back up and give it away. But the camera that she bought is an, I'm going to say this wrong, Akaso, maybe? The Acaso Brave 4, the Acaso Brave 4. It is an Ultra HD 4K edition. It's a great little camera. It's an action camera. It does have a 2-inch display on the back. It's got a little display on the front where it'll tell you like how many minutes of video you have left, how many pictures, stuff like that. You can do still pictures, you can do video with it. It is a great little camera. It also comes with it came with a waterproof case and a little remote that you can use to take both video and picture. It also comes with those little cool stands that you see on like the GoPros. I don't have a GoPro, so it's going to be fun to play with those. So I found only 2 drawbacks with this camera. I did do a test video. I'll see if I can insert a small part of that so you can see the quality here. So my only 2 drawbacks, the biggest one being, on my layout, I have some, or I will have, some tunnel portals. I've got a makeshift piece of cardboard right now that represents those, and as soon as this thing goes through the tunnel portal, it hits the sides. So I know right off the bat that this thing is not going to work on my layout. The other thing I noticed is, even though it is small size, when I put this on top of a flat car and I try and run it through my helix, it hits right at the top of the helix and it won't go down into that tunnel. So I can't use that for a ride along. But I did choose to keep it. Originally I was going to send it back, but the picture quality is pretty good. It does not do night vision at all. But daytime or even down here in the light, the picture is pretty good. I'm going to keep it because I can definitely do like aerial shots or, you know, drone shots, rail fan my own layout, and I think it's going to be awesome when my kids are a little older. Maybe I can give it to them and have them run around with it and you know, see what video they can capture. The waterproof case is going to be awesome for the summertime when we go swimming, so I can't wait for that. The only other drawback that I saw, which I can get around, it's just really annoying. The other day I recorded about maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes of video, and when I pulled out the little memory card and I popped it into my PC to look at those, it seems like every 3 minutes it's making a file. So if you string them all together, it looks like a continuous video, but every 3 minutes is a separate file. That's just annoying, especially if somehow you get them mixed up in some sort of order, or if you're trying to put them in your video compiling software and you put one in the wrong place. I could see that being a problem. So if you record a, say 24-minute video, you've got 6 files that you need to look at and get arranged correctly. So I can definitely see that as a problem. But other than that, it's a really nice camera, and like I said, I will try and, if I haven't done so already, I will try and edit a small picture of, or a small video of what I took with that camera so that you guys can see it. One other small addition to the Acaso Brave 4, it actually comes with a small battery charger, and it comes with 2 batteries with it. So it's awesome that I can have a battery charging while I'm filming on this little camera, which I'm actually filming this on now. So this way, if one runs out, I can just swap in the other and keep them charging. I haven't done a full charge on them. I'm not sure how long it actually takes to charge as opposed to how long they actually last in the camera. But I thought that was a little cool addition that it came with 2 batteries and a charger for it. The other camera that I got was the Polaroid Cube. This is a pretty cool camera. It is only a few inches wide. It is a square cube. It's got a little door on the back that you have to use a coin to unlock. Your charging port is in there, standard USB mini port. There's also a slot for your mini SD card. It takes about 90 minutes to actually charge it to full strength, full battery, and then it will record, or at least I had it record. You have 2 options on the back. You can either record in full 1080p or you can record in 720p. I was able to record 70 minutes of video on this thing, which isn't bad because I don't plan on doing 170 straight minutes. But the good thing is it does fit nicely through a tunnel portal, and its size is just slightly smaller than the other one, and it fits down my helix. So I'm going to keep this one. This one was $25 on Amazon, I believe. So I'm definitely going to keep that one. But it also has options it didn't come with, but there's a whole bunch of options out there on the internet for a waterproof case, and different connectors for you to put it on, like a helmet, and on a bike handle rack, and all kinds of things out there. I did do a full ride-on video with this thing. It was only like 6 minutes long, so maybe I'll publish that. I'll definitely put in a small snippet, if I can figure out how, in this video, so you can see the quality of that. There was a third camera that I tested. There was one that was recommended to me by James Tedesco. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. If I can figure out how to put a photo in here of it, I will. James loved this little camera. And I can definitely see its benefits, but being an IT guy, I was very, very leery of it when I finally got to see how it worked and how it functioned. I saw not too recently that I think Sparky's got the same camera, and he's having a little trouble with it also. The problem I had with this camera, first of all, it's a Wi-Fi camera, so when you pick it up out of the box and you charge it up and you turn it on, you have to sync it to an app on your phone. Once you get it hooked up to the app on your phone, you have to give it access to your home Wi-Fi in order to have it work. I didn't like that. I wasn't sure how secure the connection was having it on my Wi-Fi. So I was a little leery of that. The second thing that I didn't like about it was it's even before I got the thing connected to my phone, I opened it up, I put the SD card in it, and I turned it on, and I immediately started the process of going through the setup of hooking it to my phone. After I played with it for a little bit, I had a very similar problem where I was actually able to get this camera onto a flat car, and it made it through the tunnel, but it didn't make it through the helix. So I knew it was out right there. But then when after I did my video testing, I kind of liked the fact that I could see the video on my phone as it was actually going around the track. But at first glance, at first appearance, the only way to make it record was from your phone. There were no buttons on this camera that you can actually hit record. You had to do it from the app on your phone. But then it started recording to my phone, and I thought, well, why is it recording to my phone if it has an SD card in the camera? So after I got done my testing, I turned it off and I pulled the SD card out, and I found two things. It actually was recording to both places. It recorded not only to my phone, but also to the SD card. But what was very strange was there were other videos on there that I didn't necessarily tell it to record. So from the moment I put the SD card in it and turned it on, before I even had it recording or hooked up to my phone, it had already started recording when I had it in my living room. So I'm sitting in my living room, and you can actually see me fiddling around with it, trying to get it hooked up on my phone. It was sitting next to me. So I didn't like that it was recording when I didn't tell it to. So that, connected with the fact that it had to be on my Wi-Fi, and the fact that it didn't go down my my Helix, the portal for my Helix, I gave that one a big no-no, and I boxed it up, and unfortunately I already sent it back, but I will try and get a picture of it to show you, just for, you know, full disclosure. They're the 3 items I tested, and I wanted to show them to you guys. So there's my review. I hope you guys got some information out of it, and maybe it'll help you make a choice if you're deciding on a video. If not, thanks for watching at least, and I'll catch you on the next video. And as always, let's ride the rails together, guys. See ya.